What's up guys, Tristan here, and I am back with another video, and today is an exciting day. I'm actually driving to Super73 HQ right now because I'm picking up a new bike. So for those of you who don't know, Super73 unveiled 3 new bikes back in January, 5 months ago. I made a whole recap video of it, so if you haven't watched that video yet, go ahead and pause this video right now and click this link up here, watch that video, and then come back. 2 days after the event, with permission from my wife, I went ahead and ordered the RX. 5 months later, it is ready. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. This drive couldn't be any slower. Let's do this. Up now. What's up, fellas?
There he is.
Been a minute.
There he is.
I know.
Woo! Been waiting on him.
All right, we're here, all masked up and everything.
Yeehaw!
What's
welcome,
up,
welcome. Excited for you guys to get your bikes,
man.
man.
Yeah, man. Big day.
Of course.
Big day.
Heck yeah.
Paul, man, how you feeling?
Oh man, I am super stoked, man.
It's been 5 months, man. 5 months. Is this mine?
This is you.
This is mine.
This is all you.
My goodness.
Look at it.
Dude.
So beautiful.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's mine. All right guys, I'm here with Paul, one of our SoCal riders, and we just picked up both of our RX bikes. We're super excited. It was a long night. I barely slept. But today, you guys, we're gonna give you a first impression of the RX bikes, and we're gonna walk you through some of the basics. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, of course, we're gonna have some ride footage in this vlog as well. All right, so obviously we picked our bikes up, meaning that we didn't unbox them, but Super73 does have a video of how to unbox the bike and how to assemble the bike safely. So you guys can click that link here and watch that and then come back to this video. First things first, unlike all the other bikes, you only have to power the bike on with one button. It's this button right here. If you guys remember, in the other models like the S1 and the Z1 and the OG, you would have to power on the battery and then also power on the display that was on the right. But with this bike, it comes on with one tap of the button and you're ready to go. Now, as far as the brakes, this is super important. Unlike all the other bikes, the brakes are now swiped. So the back brake is now on the right side and the front brake is on the left side. And this definitely comes in handy if you're like me and want to film while riding the bike. You can now control the throttle and the brake with the same hand while you have your left hand free. So perfect for us videographers out there. Another change is now the throttle and the display are now separate. So your throttle is on the right side right here, and your display that displays your speed and also your battery life is on the left side. Now to turn on the light, you're gonna tap this up arrow on the left side display. You're gonna tap and hold that and your light should come on. Now of course we're outside, we can't see how bright it gets, but I've seen it at night and it gets really, really bright. Also on the display, if you hit the up and down arrow, you can cycle through all the different levels of pedal assist. There's 4 modes as opposed to the earlier bikes when there were just 3. So right now I have my bike charging, and this is super clutch. On the display, it shows how much your bike is charged. So I have Josh here, and Josh is going to explain to you guys how to adjust the front and back suspension of the bike. So Josh, take it away.
Awesome. So let's go through from the start. Let's start with the suspension fork up here. So we have 2 settings. We have our preload and our rebound setting. So the preload, that's what you want to adjust for how much compression the fork already has before you jump on the bike. So if you're a lighter person, you want to have less preload so that your suspension actually engages. And if you're a heavier person, you want to have more preload so that you're not going to bottom out your shocks way too soon. And then the next portion we have is the rebound. The rebound will affect how slow or how fast the suspension fork will fully extend back to normal. So if you go in the F direction, which is counterclockwise, the rebound will be faster, so it'll be more immediate. And then if you go in the S direction, which is clockwise, it'll be slower. So when you're hitting bumps, it won't immediately compress, but it'll be a lot slower, so a little more cushion. If we work onto the back over here, we have the rear shock. Same thing, we have a rebound adjustment here. We'll go clockwise if we want to make it faster, so that anytime you hit a bump in the rear, it'll immediately revert back to its shape and size there. Or we can go faster in the counterclockwise, or slow in the counterclockwise direction, which will give you a lot more cushion. And then if we work up to the top here, this is the last piece. This is the compression. So that'll change how fast that the spring also compresses.
Awesome. That's it?
That's everything.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Someone say bikes.
All right, so here is the Super73 app, which is new for the new bikes, and it integrates with the bike. And I'm going to grab Jose. He's going to walk us through the setup. All right, so we have Jose here, and again, he's going to walk us through the setup.
So first, you want to log in once you download the app from the App Store. So you'll do a register, and it's asking for a bike. The last 4 digits on here are the last 4 digits on the back of the display.
This number is under the display,
that's
right?
Underneath the FCC code, it says you are AF58.
All right.
AF58. There we go. So you'll click on that one.
58.
Top one, yep.
All right.
So that's paired. Continue going through it. And it's going to ask you for all this information down here.
All right.
So at this point, you're paired. You have an account. This is basically your dash top screen. It has information on here. You can turn your lights on and off. You can do your pedal assist levels here. This circle is your battery charge. So right now we're about half battery. There's your location, and there's other features here that we can go through once we do the rest of the app. So at this point, you're going to go to the top here, and you're going to check if there are any updates. And at this point, it's saying there are no vehicle updates. If there was on this vehicle here, you would see like a little yellow triangle. You would click on that yellow triangle. To bring you here, there'd be another yellow triangle up in this area. You'd click on that, and it would start going through the updating process. You can set up the dashboard so it's configured in this view. And what this gives you is the same thing as on the front, your miles per hour, pedal assist lights. You can have different functions here on what you want to display. So if you tap on one of them, it opens up this menu. You can choose the sliders, which ones you want to display there. You'll close it, and then as you scroll through, it'll give you all those different ones. So you could do, they're all the same thing, so you can duplicate them in all three, but you basically have 3 places where you can put information. So you can have this during ride mode, have all your data up there. You can control your lights. So if you hit this, it actually turns on the lights. You can turn off your lights from here, or you could do it on the display with a long press here, an up button, and a long press to turn off again. Again, the map, we can do navigation. So you can actually do a search, type in an actual address. We'll just head on down to REI. Hit that, plots it out. You can get a little quick plot down here.
Wow.
It's giving you 2 different routes. This is basically your elevation it's showing you. It's about 6.8 kilometers. We haven't updated the settings to give us miles. And you can choose another one by just basically swiping, and it gives you the second route. So you have a choice to choose. Once you hit start, it'll give you a turn-by-turn navigation. So here's where to get into navigation mode. It finds us, it's telling you to go there and turn. In addition to that, if you don't want to use your phone, you can put it in your pocket, and it actually displays it turn by turn display. So in about 120-ish feet, you're going to turn left and then continue the rest of the way on that. Once you get there, show a destination. What you can do is at the end when you stop it, it asks you to save. This one won't save because there's nothing over there. If you save it, it puts that actual trail or that ride into your activity feed. So if you go in here to activity feed, it'll actually store it here, and it'll show you your battery level, your speed, the distance, and it'll just basically trace it all the way through. And you can actually share that. It's a composite of all that information, key data. You can email it to friends or post on our David. So going to the rest of the app on the vehicle, which is probably what everybody wants to look at, is how we adjust for the different class modes. Right now it's in mode 4, and if you click on this, mode 4, if you read down here, it says unlimited, throttle unlimited. So That's the setting that everybody wants to be in.
Yeah, people want to go fast.
It unleashes the power of the bike, you know, full 2,000 watts on the motor, top speed of 20 miles per hour plus, and it's all throttle activated and pedal assist, so it has the best of everything that you want.
Yeah.
So to change that to class 2 mode, if you want to get into class 2, you just take the slider, bring it down to class 2, click save. Once you click save, there's a disclaimer here that says, you know, you agree with all the terms. You say save. Now you're in class 2. The bike automatically turns to class 2, and now class 2 is basically pedal assist, throttle assist up to 20 miles per hour. Again, if you want to go to class 1, go back into vehicles, slide over to class 1, hit save. Now you're in class 1. So all those different classes are outlined here on the screenshot. You know, feel free to go through those. Once you are in one of the modes, say you want to go back to off-road mode, you save. When you turn off your bike and turn it back on, it's still in that mode.
Okay.
So there's no need to go back into it and change it.
Yeah.
The only thing is you can only change that at a stop. You can't be changing it on the fly.
As you're riding.
As you're riding, yeah, and it's dangerous anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Some kind of other things that you can do on your vehicle, you can actually tap here, you can put in a picture of your own bike. It gives all the information. You can name your bike. The ID code, basically this is your display serial number. All this information here helps us when you need to contact customer service for any type of warranty or any type of questions with regarding your bike. We can pull it up on the screen and kind of give a diagnosis on what's going on. The next item on the menu is our settings. And these settings only affect the settings in the app. They don't affect the settings on the bike. For example, here for distance, if you want to change it from meters to kilometers to miles per hour and feet, it changes it here. If you want to change temperature to Fahrenheit, change it here. Dark mode is pretty cool. I leave it in dark mode.
Yeah.
And then terms, conditions, all that stuff. So once you have that and you get out of it, it saves it in here, so you see miles per hour now. But if you go back over here, you can actually change this to be kilometers if you wanted to.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually convert any of the information from here to there. So you don't actually have to have the app to ride the bike. You can actually do everything on the display. If you want your bike always configured in a certain mode, you can do that by pairing to the bike, choosing that mode, turning off your phone, you can put it away and it'll be in that mode regardless, okay? So you can turn off your bike, you can come back to it, it'll run like a normal, like an S1 or Z where it has a normal display and a throttle, but it'll be in that last mode, whatever you configured it on. So when you go into here and you want to change your pedal assist, you have 0, which means like no pedal assist. It's basically pedals like a regular bike. You have pedal assist 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, those can be done here. So right now we have displayed default miles per hour. And again, you can see the ring around there that kind of gives you your status of your battery. You've got half a charge on there. So if you wanted to change your pedal assist, the amount of assist that the bike gives you, you just click up and it changes to level 1 and defaults back to whatever you had on the last screen. So you can go to level 2, level 3, level 4, and then it'll power back on. And you can do any of these level changes on the fly if you wanted to. It doesn't matter here. But these are just motor assist level. Within the display itself, you can scroll through this way. And this one's speed, the next one is range. Right now you're about 17 miles on a half charge of a battery. And of course that's kind of estimated.
So that's how much I have left?
That's how much you have left in the way of miles here.
Okay.
And it's an average, or it's an estimate because it's how you ride, terrain, things like that.
Okay.
On a full charge, you'll usually see around 37 to 40 miles range. The next screen is PAS, and basically this leaves you in your pedal assist level. So again, if you wanted to change levels, it doesn't revert back to anything else than staying at this. So if you want it on that view, you can leave it there. The other view is total, that's your odometer. So you got 6 miles on your clock right now, and then back to speed.
Perfect.
So those are the items on there. The back menu on here for settings, you do a long press on the menu button, brings you into the settings mode. Here you can change your units. So right now it's in miles and Celsius, so if you want to change it, just toggle up or down. Now it's in kilometers Celsius, or miles in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
If you want, you just
keep it there.
Hit that guy. Goes to the next one, you can do it on the left side, or it goes to the right and you can mount it on the other side if you want to right now. So we'll keep it on the left.
Yep.
Next one is your backlight. It basically helps the contrast. You can see the screen in bright light. It's usually set rather well up there. This is the version of all the firmware that's in there. This coin basically says that there's a small coin battery that's in your display that keeps kind of the memory alive in the bike, so it knows what it's doing. And that'll change over time. But essentially that battery in here is being charged by your main battery. So as you have it hooked up, you'll see that number just changes. It just helps to give status. And then to get out, long press, say view, and it'll go back to your last view. So that's basically the display. on the bike.
All right, Jose, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
Sure,
man.
no problem.
Definitely gonna help everyone.
Great.
All right. Again, thank you to Jose for showing us that deep dive into the app. There's one more feature that I want to show you guys before we go and get some ride footage, but it's the horn. The horn is right there. If you press that button, check this out. It's a really, really loud horn, and that definitely comes in handy when you're riding on the streets. So shout out to 73. They've been really listening to their customers in terms of suggestions. And again, that horn is a great, great safety feature. So now, without further ado, let's get to the ride footage. Just got back from our mini group ride, and man, this thing rides like an absolute dream. Before I say anything further, I hope you guys got enough ride footage. I know that's the one thing that people always gripe about, is like, we want more ride footage. So I had 3 cameras. I hope that was enough for you guys. Now, the first thing I noticed about the bike was the amount of torque that it has. I swear I hit the throttle and 5 seconds later I looked down and I'm at 28 miles per hour. This thing just takes off right away. Compared to my S1, the acceleration is a little more gradual to reach your top speed, but I swear this thing got up to 28 in no time. So I totally lied. I just hit 30 miles per hour. The second thing I noticed was how smooth the ride was, and of course that has a lot to do with the dual suspension, but it has a lot to do with the tires as well. I could barely feel any bumps in the road at all, and the thing is, I haven't even adjusted the suspension yet. You guys could see in several parts of the ride I was bouncing up and down on the suspension, and it's as smooth as butter. So Super73, thank you guys again for allowing us to pick up our bikes locally. One, I did not want to wait for it to ship in the mail, and 2, like, it was a long wait. It was a long week, and I did not sleep last night, so the anticipation is finally over. I got my bike. Shout out to Josh for walking us through how to adjust the suspension, and shout out to Jose for walking us through the app. Now, I'm not going to talk about the specs on the bike in terms of speed, range, battery life. I'm not going to do that, but that is in the video I told you guys about earlier when Super73 first unveiled the bike. That link to the video is in the description below. So that does it for this video, guys. Again, this bike is truly incredible. So whether you order the RX, the R, or the S2, I hope you guys get your bikes very, very soon. If this is your first bike, welcome to the family, welcome to the Super Squad. We're glad to have you. So that's it, I'm done. I'm gonna go home and then ride my bike some more. So that's it, guys. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Tristan Ervin, and I'm out of here. Peace.